It's thought that close to 50% of the population has suffered from insomnia at some point in their lives, and some even suffer from this condition all year round without finding a definite solution to their problem. But why? Why does this happen? Some causes might be, for example, having nervous problems, stress, eating a poor diet, or even hormone imbalances. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the causes for insomnia and how to treat this condition naturally and effectively. Hey guys, Dr. Gus here, naturopath, acupuncturist, conventional doctor, and founder of drlandivar.com. In this channel, as a conventional doctor, I treat my patients through natural medicine before recurring to the use of pharmaceutical drugs. So if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing and press that bell down below to receive notifications and be the first one to watch the new video. If you need a line an appointment or quality supplements for your disease, visit drlandivar.com. I encourage you to stay till the end of this video, where I'm going to reveal extra tips and video links related to this topic. Sleep is one of the most important things you need to achieve good health. I'm going to say more. People who don't sleep or get enough quality sleep every night are more susceptible to disease, have a weaker immune system, and grow old faster. There are many causes for insomnia you need to consider before starting the right treatment. For example, you might have an unhealthy sleep-wake cycle. You might be eating a poor diet. Perhaps you suffer from chronic pain or emotional stress that disrupts your ability to sleep. Insomnia is more common in women, for example, people with low socioeconomic status, people with mental health conditions like depression, and older adults, normally due to poor melatonin production. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal the causes for insomnia and how to treat this condition naturally and effectively. Part 1, the causes. With insomnia, one of the most important things to identify are causes in order to treat this effectively. Let's go over the causes real quick before we get into the treatment. Not being able to sleep is strongly tied to 3 things: stress, hormone changes or production, and changes in neurotransmitter levels in the brain. These are the 3 most important direct factors involved in the sleep-wake cycle. And other more common causes for insomnia include, for example, not having healthy sleeping habits, like staying up at night watching TV or working, not sleeping in a very dark room, because artificial lights in your bedroom are one of the most worst reasons for unhealthy sleeping habits, dealing with chronic stress or acute stress, maybe work issues, economic problems, family issues, etc. Anything that can trigger worrying or stress is a candidate. Having a mental disorder is another one, like anxiety, depression, which, by the way, is very common in people who suffer insomnia. Another cause that is very common is not having a regular sleep-wake routine. So, for example, going to bed at different times every night is terrible. You should always try to keep a standard schedule every single day. And the last common cause, but not so well identified cause for insomnia, are medications. Some medications can cause an increased heart rate, nervousness, frequent urination at night. Some can include, for example, drugs that treat colds, heart disease, or even thyroid issues, high blood pressure, depression. All these are candidates. These are some of the triggers for insomnia. It's very important to identify the cause if you really want to solve your problem. Part 2, natural treatments. Number 1, supplements. Supplements are one of the most effective things you can use to treat insomnia. Some of them are so important that they can even mimic the lack of certain hormones or neurotransmitters involved in sleep. Let's take a good look at a couple of them before we go on. Let's take a look at a couple of them. Magnesium. I have an entire video on symptoms of magnesium deficiency if you want to check it out right after this video. But insomnia is one of those symptoms. The lack of magnesium is a contributor to anxiety, stress, and episodes of insomnia. There are several ways on how magnesium plays an important role in the sleep regulation cycle. One of the most effective ways is by increasing GABA concentration. GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, very important in nerve relaxation. People who have low concentrations of GABA have anxiety and stress issues that often lead to sleep problems. And the second way on how magnesium helps regulate sleep is by restricting the release of stress hormones. It acts as a filter to prevent them from entering the brain. The third mechanism magnesium uses to treat insomnia that few people know about is by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is a branch of the autonomic nervous system in charge of activating the mechanisms of rest and relaxation in the body. I found that the best magnesium you can use is magnesium oxide. You can find magnesium oxide on our webpage, drlandivar.com. So remember, very important and useful, magnesium. Melatonin. So what is melatonin? Melatonin is a sleep hormone produced in the middle of our brain by the pineal gland. It's useful in hundreds of processes throughout the body. This hormone is known to be the famous youth hormone because it's heavily produced in children, and as we get older decreases its production in the body, making us more susceptible to premature aging and sleep problems. Supplementing with melatonin is excellent. I can't stress this enough. It can be used to treat insomnia, improve sleep quality, regulate the circadian rhythm, which is our biological clock, decrease negative feelings associated with anxiety, and even reduce stress. Melatonin is important because it tells the body when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up. But the most important part is that it regulates at what time each organ should be working at its maximum potential and at what time it should be resting during the day. I've seen most of my patients see great relief with melatonin use. It gives you that state of happiness, restfulness, and well-being overall. I recommend you look for a good quality melatonin that you can take every night when you go to bed. Sublingual melatonin is the best type. When you put that pill under your tongue, melatonin goes straight into that bloodstream without being digested, making it even better, have a better effect and action. I recommend it, very helpful. 5-HTP. It's a natural substance that can be used with effectiveness to treat insomnia related to stress, but most importantly, mental hyperactivity at night. You know how sometimes we tend to stay awake at night thinking about millions of problems we had during the day, or maybe thinking about stuff we need to do in the morning? Well, 5-HTP will calm your mind and help you rest, inducing your brain to shut down and fall asleep. What the supplement does is act on the brain, on the central nervous system, to increase serotonin production, which is an important neurotransmitter that plays a very important role in happiness and well-being in the body. Serotonin can treat insomnia, which affects our sleep-wake cycle, our appetite, temperature, sexual behavior, and even our perception of pain. 5-HTP can also be used in many other health conditions where it's thought that serotonin plays an important role, including depression, insomnia, obesity, and many other health conditions. I must tell you, it's pretty impressive. Look for 5-HTP on our webpage. You can take 50 to 100 milligrams of 5-HTP per night before going to bed. Number 2, change your diet. Few people know what I'm about to tell you. Diet is one of the most important things you can use to treat insomnia, and most people don't know this. To treat insomnia, you need a diet that contains high amounts of magnesium, potassium, and B vitamins. And you know where you can find these? These are readily accessible in fruits and vegetables. On the other hand, let's say you sleep a lot and you want more energy during the day because you feel like you could sleep all day long. Well, you can have all the types of foods that include meats, especially red meat. What happens is that food has an extremely important role in nerve regulation. Fruits and vegetables will activate the branch of your nervous system in charge of promoting relaxation and sleep, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. In turn, it produces hormones involved in rest, melatonin, etc. The foods you should be consuming or eating are vegetables that include lettuce, kale, broccoli, romaine, etc. And try to reduce the intake of red meats or tuna or any food that can acidify your system. Diet is extremely helpful. Number 3, exercise. Believe it or not, one of the best stress relievers available is exercise. And nowadays, stress-induced insomnia is very common. Exercise is an excellent natural remedy for sleep disturbances because it releases powerful endorphin chemicals in the brain that act as mood relievers. There are several medical studies that looked into the relationship between exercise and sleep and discovered that people who are inactive seem to suffer insomnia more frequently than people who are engaged in physical activity daily. Regular exercise is protective because it regulates many metabolic and physiological processes in the body. It induces a healthy circadian rhythm, sleep cycles, mood, and even healthy blood sugar levels. Now be careful because there are specific moments during the day you should be exercising, preferably in the mornings. And this is why. If you exercise late in the afternoon or at night, you're going to activate a part of your nervous system in charge of keeping you awake, which is the sympathetic nervous system. I suggest you exercise 3 to 5 times per week, 30 minutes per day, and you don't know how much difference this can make. But remember, if you're going to exercise, only in the morning to help you rest at night. Help out the channel by giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends and family. And if you have any questions, leave your comments down below and I'll be happy to assist you. If you need quality supplements for your disease or an online appointment, visit drlandivar.com. I suggest you check out these other videos related to this topic. You're going to find valuable information that might prevent a serious health condition in the future. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you soon.